this time around, we're going to look at the startup reality. We know that startups are really thriving entrepreneurship, forming the backbone of the African economy and driving growth and progress forward. So I'm really looking forward to discussing this with our guest of the conversation today. I would like to introduce Rada El Tanawi, who is the CEO and co-founder at La Reina, which in Spanish means the Queen, and it is Egypt's biggest clothing rental destination. So I would like to say hello to you, Rada, if you can hear me. Hello.
Hello. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
It's good to see you, Rada. Thank you for having internet that works. Not always a thing these days. Rada, could you maybe explain a little bit more about La Reina? I just mentioned that you guys are a clothing rental destination in Africa, in Northern Africa. Maybe you want to tell us a little bit more about what you guys actually do and where you are located or where you operate in Africa.
Okay, La Reina is basically online platform for people. We started off with the wedding and evening gowns for people who have wedding or evening gowns in the closet. They can put it on our platform for other people so they can rent it out and make some money as lenders, and other shoppers save money by renting the items rather than buying it. And in that process, we save like tons of dresses being made and thrown away because it's very, very common as women that we don't really like to be seen in the same dress like twice or more than twice in the era of Instagram and social media. This is how we started, and then we expanded in the casual wear, which was essentially solving the problem of I don't want to buy from the fast fashion brands because I'm socially aware, or I have concerns about the impact of that kind of clothing. Yet I want to look trendy and I don't want to break the bank to just wear a new style every couple of weeks or something. So we stepped in that loop. We facilitate the rental platform or a subscription plan, so people can have all the designs they want and can look trendy as much as they want, guilt free, because they don't have to keep the items for good and maybe throw them away. Each item gets rotated around 12 to up to 36 times, depend on the fabric. So that, in a nutshell, what Lorena does.
Very exciting and I think very timely, right? We live in a world where this is becoming more and more a lifestyle choice. So maybe you want to talk to us a little bit more about the conversation today is obviously around, well, this whole track really of conversations around green transition, how to make that inclusive, how to move forward with sustainability goals, shared sustainability goals of both Europe and Africa. So talk to us a little bit more about this being a lifestyle. How accepted is this type of service in Africa?
It was a challenge in the very beginning because it doesn't really align with the mindset of the consumers here. We're consumer based like population. Yet what the other world consider a fast fashion brand because it's so cheap and people can buy it like every other day. Uh, Here in Egypt, yeah, Egypt really is a very cheap alternative. The other thing is, according to our studies, people usually buy 4 to 8 kilos weight of fashion each year. Introducing some the subscription model for casual because it's very repetitive. It's your day-to-day wear clothes, hangout clothes, or anything. It can potentially, for our target segment, which we're talking about mainly millennials, we're talking about saving around 20 million kilos of waste, of fashion waste in your preventing fashion waste. But for me, the most important battle is for us as startups and fashion brands, fast fashion brands, we can. The problem is we always have a fight with fast fashion. It's not sustainable. It's very bad to the environment, and it affects the footprint, the carbon dioxide footprint. Yet we haven't found a way for us to coexist because as fashion brands get empowered from the consumers. They are the ones who pays tons of money to get a trendy look every other day. However, if we coexisted in a financially rewarding way for both of us and them, we can do it in a much better way. As I can tell you, most of the fast fashion brands, very few of them that actually exist in entire Africa. Okay, of this problem, like when we dig deeper with them, one of their main problems, they waste so much fashion because they have like this rule. They don't get the broken sizes. Once one item doesn't have the full list of the sizes, they throw it away. Okay, and that can a lot of startups like Larena and others, because these items can be Africa reused, and we can do tons of stuff with those items other than throw them in the ocean or like burn them or whatever they do.
Yes, I mean, I'm shocked to see 20 million kilos of fashion waste. I think every time you go shopping, I'm actually very aware of it. I'm very conscious of it. Do I really need this? What's the quality like? What am I going to do afterwards? But I do feel there's not a lot of visibility out there. I'd never heard of La Reina before, and I'm not based in Africa, but I think there's also a little bit of that mindset thing. One of the things that I would like to hear a little bit more from your side is, what about the obstacles? I mean, this is rather new, right, in Africa as well, the business model that you have and the whole approach behind that. We talked earlier in the panel, we talked about the need to have a mindset shift, and that a lot of the leaders in Africa don't really have the right mindset yet to move sustainability to the top of the agenda in practice. What would you say have been the biggest obstacles, or what are the biggest obstacles for you at La Reina in really making this grow and succeed and visible across the continent? Are you still there? I think we have some connection issues.
It's breaking up a bit.
At the end, it will just be
Hello?
me. Hello, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now, but I haven't heard the question clearly.
Yes, so what I was asking about was really the obstacles that you are facing at La Reina in implementing circular fashion. We talked about earlier that mindset of the leaders in Africa is a problem, that they're not really moving or putting this type of topic at the top of their agenda. So what would you say are your biggest obstacles currently that you are needing to address when it comes to really moving forward with this type of concept in Africa?
As I said, the mindset is one of the huge challenges because of two things. Because of the stigma of rental in general, because that means that I'm not wealthy enough to buy the clothes myself. The other part is to change the mindset. You have to play the same game the fast fashion companies play, which is basically introduce new trends like each week or each 2 weeks and make it the most fashionable thing or the next cool thing. Okay. However, on the other part, you have capital issue because it's not like a very straightforward short-term investment that you're gonna expand put money in a lot of items for example and get your reward back within 5 years. However, the alternative to that is to cooperate with the fast fashion brands themselves. Okay, if they allow us to get their unused items or the items that they eventually get rid of them, we can do like another market, and it will facilitate a lot. However, the problem here with the startups, they don't have a loud voice. They don't have the bargain capital to talk to the fast fashion brands. Basically, we can't have a seat at the table because we're for them, we're a new concept. We might or might not be a threat. We don't know yet. Although, from my point of view, we will never be a threat because at the end of the day, they throw away the rest of their fashion items. However, I believe that a lot of organizations are working to limit the fast fashion brands and introducing new programs like having a better wage for people who are working on it, and the environment thing around it. And we see a lot of labels on the fast fashion brands that they are environmentally friendly or whatever. Okay. However, for the consumer, they don't really care. Most of them, because their awareness about the environmental impact for that, it's very, very limited, and it's a very long term path to educate the customer about the environmental impact of something like that. And the other way, they just want to look trendy. They don't really care about the consequences. So what we need to do, we have to offer something equally appealing to them. So if we can't get access to the capital to do that, maybe we can get the facilitation with the fast fashion brand. Maybe we can push forward to for fast fashion brands to work with startups or third party who have been managing their items. Is this model applicable? Yes, it is. We have seen it a lot in the USA, for example. A lot of fast fashion brands, they have their own rental arm to recycle their items.